Hey guys, Chris from Hockey Tutorial here, and today in this video I've got another blind stick test for you. As you can see over here, we've got the Bauer FlyLite, which has been recently released, and we're going to be putting it up against the 1X Lite, which is the previous generation of Bauer vapor sticks. The idea behind this video is to find out if any of these sticks is better than the other, to see if the minor or sometimes major changes that manufacturers make from last generations to new generation sticks is actually significant and something that you can feel when we completely unbrand these sticks and put them in the hands of two players. Of course, we're going to be using JJ and Tommy from the Everyone Active Raiders. As always, we're going to be masking the identity of both of these sticks to see if the players are able to identify which sticks they're using and of course, which is better than the other, if any at all. Let's find out. Jay, you know the drill. Is that your first victim?
Yep.
Any quick first impressions on what you think it is?
I always say Bauer, but it's been a while, so we'll have to see how this one plays out.
Let's go. Leaves you with this last one. Any ideas on what it is?
No, I like the curve though.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
So Jay, you've had a couple of shots with it.
Yes.
First impressions, what do you think it is and why?
I don't want to say I like it because I don't know what it is yet. I got a feeling I know what make it is. I say definitely, it's a Bauer, I'm sure. But confused me a couple of times before. I'm sure this is probably another one, so I'm a bit hesitant to throw out exactly what I think. I don't like to be wrong, so. Like looking at it, I'm trying to figure out, of course, what it looked like with no tape on. It's kind of like it's got like a vapor shaft by the looks of it, and then you go a little bit further down the body and it slims out like the 1X does and the new FlyLite. So I think this is the Bauer.
Based on its performance and the way it feels?
Don't know, you kind of stumped me there. No, it feels good. I mean, it's, you know, ideal for my shots, you know, nice and quick. Got quite a heavy shot, so I use a bit of a stiff stick just to try and, you know, keep the flex out of it as much as I can, but still get, you know, a fair amount of power behind it. It's pretty accurate, not much kind of wrong with it, so no, I quite like it. Oh, I didn't even say that.
So you do like it?
It's nice. I'm just gonna be real if it's like a Warrior or a CCM or something.
Mr. Tommy.
Yeah.
First impressions, what do you think you have? How are you finding it?
It's not that bad. I mean, it's really light. It is really light, and it's really thin at the blade.
Yeah.
Which gives me an idea on what it is, but
what are you thinking?
I'm thinking it's that new Bauer. What's it called? The FlyLite, is it called? Yeah, FlyLite. Okay. That's my guess.
Why do you think that?
Because I've had one of the FlyLites in my hand. It's just really light, and this was without a doubt one of the lightest sticks I felt. And the thickness of the blade is just, it looks similar. So,
what did it stand out at in terms of shooting, stick handling?
The lightness. You felt like you had nothing in your hands, which some players like. I mean, me personally, not really, but it did feel quite nice.
Questions first, questions first. So, you're using the stick that you originally used first. You've used both of them now.
Yes.
In your opinion, which one was better and why? In terms of the way it performs.
I mean, from my perspective, from a personal level, I definitely think the one that I picked, feels like a Bauer, which is what I use. It feels like the same pattern, the same curve I use. So I'm pretty confident that the stick that Tom's got was, yeah, just completely different. So the blade's certainly different anyway. So
what did it feel like? Which one do you think is the better one then?
I wouldn't say better is the correct words.
It sounds like you're being very delicate.
Everyone has their own kind of perspective and choice on what, you know, brand, model, stick, curve, etc. they use. And I think for this, for the one I picked, kind of fits myself perfectly for what I use currently and what I need it to do. So
if you had to guess, would you say that the performance of the one in your hands now was very, very different to the one that Tommy's got?
The stick structure is completely different. Yeah, I think they were both different kind of kick points. Obviously they were different blades, so shots were coming off a bit differently than each other. Bit keen to see what is what. Okay.
Now Tommy, same question for you. Out of the two that you used, you've used both of them. Which one do you think was better? Now you've got the one that you started off with originally.
For me, this one was a lot easier. I mean, I don't know, it was just a lot lighter. I think it was a lot easier to release. And I felt like I could lean onto it more. And that one felt a lot stiffer.
Okay, so in your opinion, the one that you started off with first is the better stick?
Yeah.
All right.
And again, we know my track record, so.
Okay, and now let me ask you the last question. If you had to guess model and brand of the ones that you've got in your hands, each of you, JJ, which one do you think you have?
I'm fairly confident this is a Bauer. As I said, it's what I use. I know how it feels. Model, I'm going to go with either a 1X or the new FlyLite.
Okay. Same question to you, Tommy.
I reckon this is the new Bauer FlyLite.
The one that you've got in your hands, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why the surprise face?
Kid loves CCM, I'm impressed.
Okay.
Like giving it a good review for once, but we'll see.
Now let's have a look. Take the tape off.
Oh, that's a good colour.
No, I was right. It's a 1X.
So I did tell you they were both Bauer.
Okay, I'll give you that.
What's that colour, Jay?
See, I had a hunch that was a FlyLite because of the bottom. Which is why I said they were kind of similar.
You know
the
what? I'm
bottoms
just
are,
going to say that's a hat trick for me.
The bottoms are
that's a
both
hat trick
tapered
for me.
and very,
To
very
be
slim.
fair,
I called it straight away.
he did call it straight away. You did call the brands first.
Well, the brands first.
You said this was CCM like 5 minutes ago.
I think that's because I compared your curve to it earlier. So.
And like I said, the iCall is exactly the same as
And
the
is that what
28.
curve it is?
So this is basically old versus new. The old 1X versus essentially the new 1X, the FlyLite.
They are tied in.
Look,
Yeah.
28. Exactly the same.
I knew.
I said they were both Bauer.
So what's the takeaway from this? That Jay, you've picked the old generation
I've picked
Bauer.
the stick that I currently use.
Okay, fair.
So I knew what it felt like. I was, as I said just then, I was fairly sure that they both felt like Bauers. I was just unsure which one was what. If I was to guess from the beginning now, these are the two models that I'd have picked. As I said a minute ago, I just didn't know which one was what.
Fair play. And Tommy, for you, you picked new over old.
Yeah. I could just tell it was easier to shoot with. To be fair, it was a good release. It was really light.
So would you make the switch?
No, never.
Just wanted to, just wanted to put that out there. Seeing if there's
No,
something-
I'd never. I mean, CCM 7 years, but.
Now I've got to ask, what's the takeaway from this in terms of when manufacturers release new sticks versus the last generation? What would you say is the biggest takeaway from this little test?
For me, the main difference was how heavy this one was.
Yeah,
compared
that
to
is just ridiculously light.
Yeah?
But then again, that's what everyone picks up on.
Absolutely what the name says. When I haven't used one properly like unraveled or branded, but no. From what I know a few guys that I've got, and they said it's the lightest Bauer they've ever used, and I would say that this was the lightest Bauer I've ever used. So
Do you think when a manufacturer drops a new stick from last season to new season, Is it worth always jumping on board with the newest one, or do you think that the old one still holds a lot of merit?
I think the old one certainly holds a lot of merit. The reason that, you know, they are top brand sticks is because, you know, you got guys in the NHL that are still using this stick, you know, a year, 2 years on now, because some people are very superstitious with what they use, don't like change. The only time they might change is, you know, during the summer or the off season when they're, you know, trying to find maybe a new pattern or a new curve or even a new stick that they're going to use. So I can't see many people, you know, changing brands, changing sticks mid-season, but obviously Bauer are quite smart with it. They've done it a few months back when obviously the off-season was still here for most people, so that people could get a feel for the new stick, and obviously it's paid off dividend.
Fair play. What about yourself, Tommy? Do you think it's always worth jumping on board with the newest, or?
No, I mean, some of the other blind stick test reveals have said the exact same thing. I think when we done the FT2 vs FT1, I picked the FT1 over the FT2. It's not always just because it's brand new, it means it's better. It's more personal preference.
Nice. As always, guys, a big thank you for watching this video all the way until the end. If there's any other blind stick test videos that you want to see from the same manufacturer or VSing different manufacturers against themselves, leave your comments down below and we'll read them and get to them as quickly as we can. A big thank you to the team here at Sapphire Ice and Leisure, and also the team at Everyone Active Raiders for allowing us to make this video possible. Leave your comments down below on what VS video you want to see next. Thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, guys. Whoop.
Yeah?
Yeah.